another couple of weeks. A lot has happened. Shot a few rounds in the high 70s. And it really isn't a testament to how well I played. I'm gonna take my toque off. It's itchy. Oh. It's been a double or a couple doubles or a double and a triple. Just keeping me away from the low 70s round. I'm not one to hang on to my laurels, especially when they're falling apart, deservedly in the trash. I guess I should recount. Yesterday was a good practice round. It was raining. We played from the forward tees. Not the really forward tees, not like the ladies or the senior tees, but from the white tees. It's like members tees. And I primarily only hit 3-wood off the tee except for on par 5s. And a couple times driver on some drivable par 4s, which I thought would be fun. So now I have a triple extra stiff flex, an extra stiff flex, and a stiff flex for my 3-wood. I'm finding it as difficult.
And welcome back to everyone here on 2K Sports of our PGA Tour coverage.
Difficult to,
so let's head out to the action now.
To hit a good 3-wood under pressure on the course. Off the deck, you know.
Time for a little bit of focus here. This is a lengthy putt.
Crushing them off the tee.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
So I went back
this
to a stiff flex shaft. And
hard left to right.
It's really helped. I've got pin high looks a couple times.
He's done a nice job there.
Thanks.
Just a little bit of a misread right there. He's going to need to sink this next one, though, to limit the damage with the bogey.
And it's back-to-back bogeys here. Got to
I
turn
played
this momentum around.
This is just practice round. I played
in a row,
a few balls
sign.
every hole. I didn't
Now
keep track
playing
of
a little
score or
defensively.
anything like that.
Here we are at the third
I'm
hole.
just
a par
getting
3.
used to
I
something.
like it when they move this tee box
That's
up
where
and
the
it's
previous
only a wedge,
days-
because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green actually tilts away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult green to find.
Oh, I forgot. I'm not playing on an easy setting.
Chosen the 7-iron.
Oh,
That's oob.
oh well.
And here we are with the third shot.
One less club
So let's
required for
see.
this shot as the green sits well below him.
It's actually supposed to be like a fade, if I remember correctly.
Opting for the 6-iron.
Everything's backwards here.
And he's safely on the green with that shot.
It's so weird.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 24 feet from the cup.
So the
Oh,
previous
this shows
day
a
I
pretty
was
good line. Started that well right. That's a
practicing,
nice putt. He'll take that.
I don't know,
Oh dear, this next putt now for double
warming
bogey.
up on the range.
Don't be fooled by the short length. There is still a lot of movement here to the left.
Sitting at 8 over for the event.
Unfortunately,
noticed
backing
something
up slowly but surely on
was a
that
little
leaderboard.
different. I really been focusing on something in my swing, and
has in store.
it's
Very
slowly been
picturesque,
evolving.
this fourth hole, Pacific Ocean, directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however, you want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either.
What?
Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance of knocking it on this green in two. Be wary, though, anything long and left on this green is no
I'll
good.
get that up and down.
Sometimes you hit some good ones, sometimes you hit some bad ones.
Oh, man. Not good, not good.
Just a bit outside.
I use the Bob Euchre line. Alright, I guess we're just hitting hooks. Let's just withdraw from the tournament after those.
Time to take on this shot from the rough.
Bogeyed it yesterday, looking like bogey again today.
I need to turn down the game volume. Apparently someone actually watched my videos for once, and they commented that it was difficult to hear me over the game. Even though it's difficult to hear myself think over the game, so I guess I'll just turn the volume down quite a bit. Yeah, keep the ambiance up. I like that. Video volume. Because I can watch my videos. Neat. Alright, well that should help. So I basically went into this round with a medium bucket of balls and a completely new swing thought. And it was based on something before the round and then before that round, and it's all just kind of snowballed, and it's all, even yesterday it evolved explosively, I should say. It was like evolution. It was like the beginning of life. It was the origins of life. But it's my golf swing.
Luke, I think the player just went into traction with that swing.
And everything changed yesterday. I mean, just, I guess my grip was the same. Oh, and then today I hit a large bucket, and even still stuff I was working on. So I'm kind of resting up right now. And then
Ooh, that's a
tomorrow
tasty
morning I'm
looking
going to
chip.
play.
Top shot.
It's remarkable
Moving
that
down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be
for
heading.
having
Let's see what happens here.
new swing thoughts and an ever-evolving swing, and
deep bunkers left and right
I'm
that must
shooting
be
as well
avoided
as
from
I
there.
am.
The second shot plays
I'm
touch
disappointed that
downhill green
I
that
couldn't
comes pretty
stay
good from left to
even
right
par or
and back to
one
front.
over
It's a
until
strong par four.
the 14th, 15th. Just it wrecked me a couple of days. There's an old lady that said, in the middle of my backswing, she screams, "Hey, honey, there's a good golfer. Check him out." And I should have just turned around and just stopped, but I just kept it. I was so focused. I went for it, and I duffed it, and it cost me a stroke. The wind was tough enough. My next shot went in the bunker, even though it was just a straight look, nothing in the way except for wind. I clubbed up, and I hit it away from the wind, and just nothing. There's the next day it knuckleballed, went in the same bunker off of a easy lie. Well, it was in the rough, but it's just. Oh, you can't do power shots like this. All right. And then some guy in a house on the next hole said my name in the middle of my backswing. They were trying to mess with me, but I gotta work on that. And it was so awkward standing over the ball with a new swing thought, and I was thinking, how do I simplify it? And it was just too much. It was like this and this and that, and it was all getting jumbled in my head, and it was too much. It was just like swirling around in there, and I couldn't handle it. So
I'm not sure he selected the right club here. This one looks to be coming up short. All right, facing a little up and down here.
The next day, I worked on simplifying it. It was just that practice round, the 3-wood round. I didn't accomplish much until kind of towards the end. I got it down from like 5 thoughts down to like 3. And that's my magic number I've been working with. That was Jack Nicklaus's magic number. It's been my magic number. It's just easy, even under those stressful situations.
Pretty good shot there.
This would be a great par putt if he can make this. Nice comeback. That shows a lot of character. Be proud of that one.
Yeah, in the bunker off the tee. Great recovery.
I kind of mixed them up a little bit too at one point.
Unbelievable after that effort.
Even, I don't know if it was actually at 3 thoughts or at that point.
And on the tee now of the 6th, which is a par 5.
It's a nice reprieve.
But I mixed up one of the thoughts with another one of my thoughts. And they're definitely still my thoughts.
Almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green.
Yeah, don't do that.
Low area over on the left-hand side.
even though I've tried the mix-up, I've practiced doing things the complete opposite way.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
It can be done. It's just, I think the margin for error is higher.
Yeah, this is the stuff we love. Getting after this par 5 in 2.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
And he's down there. You got a read?
I've had a look from both sides. This is a right to lefter.
Actually, even today, I took out a swing thought, which I basically had ingrained as like a combo with another swing thought. And now I only have to focus on like one part of it. So I've actually have like 2.5 swing thoughts now, which is kind of cool. And the other one is even kind of a combo swing thought. So it's like two swing thoughts, which isn't too bad.
4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly. Oh, I like this. A great look for birdie to get the ball rolling.
And so much is accomplished in my setup.
Sitting at 11 over for the event.
And I even worked on, like, there weren't knockdown shots, but
Now on the tee after
I had a shot that was 10 yards less than another shot.
Take it out those bunkers on the left-hand side and hit yourself.
Both were kind of full shots, but one was like a more full shot.
Slightly. Also chases away from you just a little bit, believe it or not.
Tough to describe without getting too into the nitty-gritty.
Great score.
That's kind of against my ethos here. I just try and talk in vague generalizations.
Yeah, that's just not going to work for him.
Time for the second shot here at the 7.
Thought I had a choked punch, but I guess I just have a punch. Runner would be cool. Heck, I don't know what it's gonna do. Let's just try a runner here.
Well, that may have come out a little heavy. This now, his third shot. Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. And this is a 20-footer.
This is to save par.
Penny, take us through the break on this
Wanted
one.
to start off
An
this
uphill left to
stream
righter.
by saying, "Hey me."
Nice stroke.
Message to
Just missed
myself.
the par. That'll be a drop shot on this hole. And this one will be for bogey.
But then there's probably someone out there named me, and they're like, "What?
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
The 8th hole is a par 3.
This green
Did
is
you
not
say
it's wide. It's
Amy?
got a lot of movement from east to west.
Hey,
It's got a lot of room
Amy.
north to south. You find
The
the right
guy's
section of this
talking to
green,
you.
find yourself a nice little deuce.
I've seen worse looking swings at a playground.
I think it's a
The
compliment."
second shot at the 8th.
What he's talking about. I even got some interesting
Well, this would be a good one to make. It's the
shipping
par.
practice in today. Alright, I learned a little bit about myself. I don't know how my practice is going to go with my current
Currently
swing
12
thoughts.
over for the tournament.
I don't know how it's going to apply to my round tomorrow. I was kind of mulling things over without actually
The
hitting
9th is
shots
a par
today.
5.
Look, it's just a straight par 5, 615 yards. You got to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and hopefully you hit a straight third shot. It can get challenging when they put the pin on the top left tier. That's when you can put a little too much spin on it and have it come chasing down to the front part of the green. That's no good.
Hey, I can hit a power pick. Yeah. Power pick.
That's not going to find the fairway. Well, I know that we're in the booth and not right up close to it, but it doesn't take a smart person to work out that's not a nice lie.
Yes, it is awful, awful, yucky, smelly, stinky, and there's a bunch of other words I could use, but it's just flat out nasty. Good luck.
Hey, I'm crying.
Let's see if we can get this one up and
Not
down
in
for
the
par.
bunker. Oh,
Ooh, that almost went down. Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here.
I haven't even played this game in
Short
like 2
putt, but
weeks.
it does move to the left.
Down she goes.
Every night I get home, it's like
Right, Richmond made the
7:30 at
turn now
night.
into the final
I
9.
eat dinner,
What are your thoughts so far?
shower, go to bed.
9 so far, so good. It's great to see these two players stepping up, getting the best out of the games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament.
Ugh, that's heading in
Just
the
decided
wrong
to take a
direction.
little break today.
This player could breathe a sigh of relief. It stayed on the fairway.
And this shot from about 150 yards out.
There's a lot of
Now,
practice
this is a
today. I could have
challenging
gone out
one.
and
The
played.
lengthy putt awaits. And our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
This should
I might
move
go
pretty
work out later.
significantly left
Do
to
like an
right.
ab workout. I haven't worked out in a couple days. Just been playing. Rode my bike a few times.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
And down it goes. Let's head to the next.
Made some good birdies over the last couple weeks. I think the most I had during a round was 3.
We find ourselves on a par 3 here.
this green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the
so many
back
birdie
section,
looks
which
the other
it does
day.
get a little bit wider,
I didn't get a
still
single
is
one.
very small. A massive shelf, top
Played
left. If you get it up there,
9
happy
holes.
days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
I think I shot even or 1 over or something, but it still gives you a +8. It's like, well, you know, on the back you would have blown up again. You would have got 7 strokes, so you'd handicap for shooting even par on the front. It's true. It happens. It happens every time now, and I'm not gonna let it happen. Gotta come up with a way to prevent it.
Ooh, that was a little bit of an interesting pass at it.
Time for the second shot at the 11th.
I think I got some really good stuff going. Oh, that came out tough.
Par putt coming up here. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Well, guys, he's
Really
got about
wants me to
21
hit it
feet
past
down
it.
here.
That one's going to turn out pretty well, I think. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
This one, just for a bogey.
Sitting at 13 over for the event. Now teeing off.
Greens are getting fast. Everything
This 12
dried
hole
out the
is
other
probably
day.
one of the toughest tee
Fairways
shots
were
players will
rolling, then
face
it
out.
rained
They
again.
know they have to hit a good tee shot, a long tee shot, to have any chance or hope of making birdie here. You miss it a little bit out to the right. The rough over there is horrific. You do find the fairway, though. You got a green that tilts from back right to front left, making the second shot so much more imperative to not get it above the hole. Second shot, leave below the hole at all costs.
Outstanding approach shot. Hasn't managed to birdie this hole this week.
Yeah, it's a tough bird.
You know, it's not if you make bogeys, it's how you respond. Well done.
I thought
Stepping up the
I
standards
just
after that
I was
effort.
on this whole. I watched Snedeker
Golf is a
play
game of
it.
confidence, and
Couldn't
I like
believe
it,
he parred
taking
it.
the big dog off the tee.
This is one of the most interesting
Those guys, they
par
were
fives you'll ever play. If you hit a
hitting
good tee
as
shot,
hard as
find
they
the
could
fairway,
into
and
the
you have
wind.
the opportunity to reach,
They were
then happy days. But if you don't find
short
the
of those
fairway or can't
bunkers.
reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third
like
shot that's absolutely
hitting
blind.
3 woods
This
in.
third shot
Most of
could
them
be
were in
one
the
of the most
rough.
difficult
I
third
think
shots
DJ was in the rough.
on the PGA Tour, bar none.
And this one,
Bit untidy,
if they
wasn't it?
did a club roll
For
back
the second
or
shot
a
here
ball
at the
roll
13th.
back, and it just stayed the same, I mean, it's almost just a good idea to be up here just to get the, the same level. Too much.
Always a challenging approach to an elevated green.
I've actually been hitting it pretty well out of the rough. We have some U.S. Open style rough over here. Everything's been growing. It's been so wet lately they haven't been able to mow it. Actually took out the weed whacker in some certain areas. And yeah, I'm playing pretty well out of it. Yesterday I had one hit a tree branch. I had about 250 on par 4 to the pin. And I tried to fade it up to the green. I was in this thick rough, and I ended up hitting it about 240. It was just great. It was a flyer. Wind was at my back. I actually hit it so far I couldn't find my ball. I was like, where did it go? And I just kept walking, and it was right behind a big clump of mowed grass. One of the few areas they mowed.
Oh, that looked like a bit of an ugly swing there. That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
Not easy to find the green coming out of the rough.
And he's got it onto the green, but still outside the range. A bit of work left to do. And if this can go down, he'll save par. John, have you got a read on this one?
Nothing too much in this, just a little movement right to left.
Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1. On the tee now, the par 4 14th hole.
Nice tee shot here. A little bit more room to the right than the players really feel like there is. However, that also brings a rough on the right-hand side of play, and you don't want to be there, especially with this green that's set right back against the canyon. It's a difficult second shot, almost an infinite edge pool look, if you will. You really have to bear down and make sure you have a good idea of your distance control on your second shot.
He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush.
And another missed green in regulation. My, oh my, this has been a long day.
Ooh, that just brushed past the hole. Time now for the 4th shot.
Today I changed my strengths and weaknesses. My strengths before were my driving and my putting, and then today I changed my strengths to my short game and my irons, my approach. I forgot it's...
Ooh, a 9-foot chance here. And that sees him drop down the standings a little bit.
But all my strokes could have been prevented from good drives in my recent rounds.
A long par 4.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
And what are we looking
I
at?
also got a new driver shaft. Comparatively, my driving has been tighter. It's been, dispersion's been better. But there was some mystery going on, and I started to unravel it after I felt one of my drives hit the heel on this par 5. So I kind of started reverse engineering it. Why am I hitting the heel?
This one looks like it's going right. Just a little off with the accuracy there. Unable to find the green.
Well, story of the day for this player is just missed too many greens. You can't afford to do that.
Here's a chance to get up and down from the green side bunker. Pretty sure he'll be happy to be back on the
There's
green.
this tip a while ago in this game where your accuracy is better if you smooth your downswing, and I've been trying to smooth my downswing on shots where it doesn't appreciate you being smooth, like in the bunker with a blast shot, and then chipping doesn't like smooth. I don't know.
Was that a bit of a miss strike? And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole.
Driving definitely
Over
like
the 16th
smooth.
hole, a par 3.
Yeah, long
Hybrid
par
like
three,
smooth.
especially with multiple tee boxes that can be used.
Iron
Green is a
smooth.
little bit of boomerang shape, especially back left. That's when things get really tight. But I must say, this is a wonderfully, again, designed par three that makes you think an awful lot.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. All
He
right,
likes to
Eddie,
talk about
what's he got in
twos.
front of him here with this putt?
Honestly, guys, I stopped
Floyd would
counting at
have
40
something to
feet. This
say
is
about
way
that.
out.
I tried this thing called a chip putt.
That was long range for him. That's good stuff.
Dave Pell's
This
recently
one is
passed
for his
away.
par.
Man was
Putt
85.
drops.
Mentor to
And we're
Phil
moving
Mickelson.
As we move on to the next hole,
Prodigious
it's Nick Taylor in top spot.
Golf researcher in the short game especially.
Here we are at the 17th.
And he wanted
par
people
four.
They
with
moved
lag
this fairway
putts
to
to
the
try
left
something called a
alongside the
chip
canyon a
putt.
few years ago, which really enhanced
It doesn't
the
work
beauty,
for me.
but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the
But
bunker down the
I
right
tried it.
is
I
really
tried
no good.
the idea
From there,
of
The
it.
green, it tilts from back to front, mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it
Part of me
still
thinks
is a promising
all my
birdie
putting is
opportunity.
chipping, and all of my chipping is not putting. I don't know. Go figure. It's a weird one. But yeah, it actually, the lag was worse when I treated it as a chip. Like it was way short.
Is this one heading into the sand? Wow, what happened there?
Now, coming out of the rough, missing the green was always in the cards.
Maybe somebody out there will appreciate it. Like it applies to someone, just not me.
Asking for this one to break a big way back to the left. Now that came out with some heat on it.
Just a little bit of a misread right there. He's going to need to sink this next one, though, to limit the damage with the bogey.
Ooh. This next putt for double bogey. Well holed. Let's move on. As we move to the next, Nick Taylor leads the tournament. And now striding to the final tee of this round.
I tell you, this is probably one of the, if you talk about risk reward par fives on the PGA Tour, this has got to be up near the top of the list. You find the fairway, it's just begging you to go
remember
for it.
any
You got
of
the water
his
fronting the
other
green,
tips.
and you have deep bunkers both right and left. But with the
The
history
only one
of
that
this
really
hole,
intrigued me was
you
the
got to
chip
go
putt.
for it, don't you?
I mean, you could. You don't really have to.
That's a high caliber shot. He's standing over his third shot. This one might need to get down a little. That's a good looking shot there. This putt is about 8 feet.
Alright, they weren't as fast as I thought they were.
A chance to make a birdie just slides by. And finishing up with a par here today.
I read the article. I don't think about Pell's draws whenever I hit, but that's a Mickelson thing. He mentions it every time. Must have ingrained it. I had some things I should have practiced a lot today. I was wondering if I'm going to remember one of an act of playing.
No doubt about it. We saw great
How
play
much do you
throughout
have to
this entire
practice
tournament.
something?
They weren't able to get the overall victory, but they did manage to beat Rose Zhang, Henny.
They did, Luke, and that was this player's mission. There was great action from this group throughout the event.
What?
Huge congratulations to this player.
How did I
on
beat
the
Rose
victory.
Zhang?
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke
Amazing.
Elvey. We look forward to your company next time.
What do you know? I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go make some dinner here. I don't know what else to talk about. I think that's just about it. What I've done, what I'm doing, where I am. Just abandoned things that were working, and they've helped guide me in the right direction. Powerful swing thoughts. I don't know if I'll ever get back that power, but my swing speed got up to about 116. It was averaging 108. Now I'm more accurate. I'm hitting it in the center of the club face. I'm hitting it more consistently. My swing path is better, but I'm only averaging about 101 now. Unless I really go at it with my driver, and even then I'm averaging about, about the same. I mean, I'm going after it, but getting about 265 carry easy. Thinking about putting in the stiff shaft instead of the extra stiff shaft, even though the dispersion's better with the extra stiff. You don't know until you try it. I haven't put it back in with these new swing thoughts, so. I don't know. Figure it out. Gosh, I do like this mid kick point. My my 3-wood right now is a higher kick point, but it's pretty gradual, and it's like a lower, goes like mid plus or something. And my 7-wood, it's like in an article it said that it was a what was it? Was it a low kick point? I feel like it's super grippy, like it's all just right in the grip. Kick point's super high. And I kind of like it. Works well for the club. I guess all my irons are stepped, so kick point varies. And my stiff flex is slightly higher kick point than the mid kick point, so that matches well with the 7-wood. Technically it matches pretty well with the 3-wood too. And they blend really well into each other, so. And it's all feel thing. I think I got it figured out pretty well. One thing though is the 7-wood is a stiff flex, and it's a pretty flexible stiff flex. What is it? Is it parallel. It's a parallel butt design instead of a tapered butt design. It wants to draw a little bit more. Yeah, there's so much that's happened over the last 2 weeks in the golfing world. I don't even know where to begin. McIlroy winning the Players. I don't know if I talked about that. That was JJ looking in his bag, seeing what club he hit. Oh, the temperature increased the other day. It was in the 80s. I was hitting the ball 10 yards further. That was a good lesson. That was fun. I mean, just 10 yards on my lower irons. 10 yards on my wedges. It's a fun round, too. Actually, I had some really fun rounds. I really impressed this guy that played for his 5th time recently in his senior years. He tried to pick up the game when he was younger. Now it's fun. It's frustrating back then. So it was really fun to watch me. He only played for 9 holes, and I think I was +1. Bogeyed the last hole we watched. Dumb bogey. It was a 3-putt. Tough green. Actually played it pretty well. I think I based my last putt off of either his or my dad's. Broke the opposite way from the little bit where my ball was compared to where their ball was. He was great. He just would step off of my line. He was directly behind me a couple of times. He didn't realize that. I didn't bring it up to him at all. And his shadow was in my line a couple of times, and he noticed it and walked away, and I made my putts. It was cool. Taught him how to hit a bunker shot. He didn't have the swing mechanics to hit anything other than a blast shot, so I taught him how to hit a blast shot. I re-gripped a guy's clubs. That was cool. I just charged him cost. Used the money to buy new grips. Kind of in with the new, out with the old kind of thing. There are more important things. Like, we actually focused on our golf instead of playing this game. Which has very little to do with the way I actually play golf. I want to change my settings so that I can just play golf in this game the way I play golf in real life. But then I kind of want to play golf like this game wants me to play golf in this game so that I can play competitively online. Isn't that weird? I could probably add more club head speed, like in real life. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Sometimes I'll watch a video and it'll kind of tell me like how to do something, and I'll look at it in a different perspective based on where I am currently. Like the information may have applied to me before, I may have found it non-applicable. But now it's different. It's good. The more I play, the more I find myself gravitating to Padraig Harrington, and then, I appreciated a lot of things that he said before. It's like, no, now I appreciate everything he said, and like little things like I didn't even realize one time he was talking about this launch monitor because either his accent or I didn't know what it was or the acronym for it or whatever, and now I'm like, I have that, like I'm becoming that man. So I gotta increase my ball speed by like 20 miles per hour, and then we can have a good match, me and Patty and I should say.